What up, guys? James from Bolt Bros here. Want to go over the Week 12 full recap of all the NFL action. No teams on bye week. Let's get into it. Packers beat the Lions 29-22. A shocker of a win for the Packers. And Jordan Love has been on a tear for the last 2 weeks now, throwing for over 590 yards, 5 touchdowns, and no picks. That's big. They might have something with Jordan Love as their QB. The Packers defense harassed Jared Goff by getting 3 sacks and forcing 3 fumbles. But the big stat is not allowing the Lions to convert on 4th down attempts. Only 1 out of 5. That is big. Big win for the Packers. Go Pack, go. Cowboys destroyed the Commanders 45-10. The Cowboys have now scored over 40 points in 4 games this year, albeit they did score over 40 versus the Giants twice, the Rams and the Commanders once, but still an absolute thumping on a lot of teams this year. Also, congrats to Duron Bland for breaking the record for pick sixes in a season, currently at 5. What's wild is you got 6 more games to play this season too. Wild. Niners beat the Seahawks 31-13. Seahawks are in a slump, and the Niners are on a 3-game win streak after a slump. Niners are looking tough once again. Wild stat, the last time the Niners scored 30 points or more at Seattle was in 2008. That was 15 years ago. It's been a minute. By the way, all these Thanksgiving games, they got turkey for the Cowboys and the Niners, but they didn't give a turkey leg to the Packers. What up with that, man? On the first Black Friday game of all time, the Dolphins beat the Jets 34-13. Well, Jets switched it up with sitting Zach Wilson and have Tim Boyle start, and the results were the same. Dolphins had 7 sacks, got 2 picks. I know the Dolphins are rolling. They need to get the turnovers on offense situated. They had 3 turnovers this game, and if you were playing a team with a quarterback, this game would have been a totally different game, guys. You better get it together. And by the way, sorry to hear about Jalen Phillips going out for the season, man. That's a big loss for the Dolphins. Giants beat the Patriots 10-7. Snore fest. Patriots doing the quarterback carousel once again, having Mac Jones start and then bring in Bailey Zappi to finish the game. Still, the results are the same. Throwing for 3 picks between them. Patriots fans feeling pain for once. Finally having a bad team for once. It's been a while for them, guys, but here you are. Post Tom Brady. Here you go. Steelers beat the Bengals 16-10. Wild stat. First time the Steelers have gotten over 400 yards since week 16 of 2018. Still only scored 16 points, albeit there was a missed call on a Deontay Johnson TD early in the game where he had 3 steps in the end zone, but they didn't challenge it, but they got to find a way to score more points, and they could have done that with adding that touchdown to this game. Jaguars beat the Texans 24-21. 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year CJ Stroud goes for another drive to win or tie the game. Sets up Matt Amendola for a 58-yard field goal to tie it, and doinks it off the middle post of the uprights. What a game, and Jaguars find a way to lock up that win. One of the best games of the week. Colts beat the Buccaneers 27-20. Baker Mayfield got a chance late in the 4th to tie the game, to force this game to OT, but no. Samson Bucam, I can't say his last name. He got a strip sack to end it. Colts hang in there to get a big win to keep the playoff race alive for them. Titans beat the Panthers 17-10. Well, that's it for Frank Wright. Experiment, and now he's fired. With the big trade to get Bryce Young and all the players and picks that they gave up to get to the number 1 spot with the Bears, it ain't working in 11 games, and you got to move on. Just to give you an idea of the offense in the last 6 weeks, they have scored 24 points, 21, 15, 13, 13, and 10. This team is only getting worse. You had to go. See ya, Frank. Falcons beat the Saints 24-15. Falcons find a way to get their running game rolling with Bijan Robinson, running for 91 yards with a touchdown and 33 yards through the air with a TD. Falcons' strength is in the run game with a total of 228 yards. Just keep running the ball. Rams beat the Cardinals 37-14. Absolute beatdown. Matthew Stafford had a field day, going for 25-33 with 4 touchdowns. Kyrie Williams balled out, running for 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also catching the ball for 61 yards with 2 tutties. Man, fantasy football game of the week, man. If you had those Rams players in, you were loving life. Broncos beat the Browns 29-12. Watch out for the Broncos. This is the Broncos country that Russell Wilson's been talking about. This team has a totally different vibe all around, and Sean Payton is making it happen all of a sudden. 5-game win streak for the Broncos. Broncos country, I guess you're riding. Eagles beat the Bills in a thriller, 37-34 in OT. In lead changes late in the fourth, the Eagles needed to find a way to tie it up, to go OT, and they found a way to score 17 to make that happen. In OT, Bills get a field goal and force Philly to need to get a field goal or TD. And guess what? Hurts makes it happen and scores a TD to end it. What a game all around. Big dub for the Eagles. Good teams find ways to be able to win games that are a little sloppy. Chiefs beat the Raiders 31-17. In a game that the Raiders came out blazing, it seemed like they could really steal this one. Andy Reid ain't going to let that happen and decided to take over the game in the second half. Shocker, Travis Kelce wasn't the leading receiver in this game. It was Rashee Rice with 8 catches for 107 and a tutty. Also, once again, family, trust, respect all day, every day. Ravens beat the Chargers 20-10. More emotional damage for us Charger fans. In a game that I thought the Chargers were going to get blown out, they find a way to get the defense going for once, but the offense was left back at the headquarters facility. Ravens ran the ball all over the Chargers and also made the Chargers know they missed out on not drafting this guy, Zay Flowers. Such a mess with the Chargers, and they can't find a way to find consistency at all on all levels.
Bears win 12-10 on Monday Night Football. Absolute snore fest. Just put a picture of Snorlax up there because this game was an absolute snore fest. Not much to talk about at all on this game by any means. Big win for the Bears, though. You know, my buddy who's a Bears fan says this is like winning the Super Bowl for him. So big win for them. That's your full recap of all the NFL action for Week 12. A lot of crazy games on there, a lot of snore fests, but on to Week 13. Let's go.